So I don't think I've met all of you people in person. Hi, I'm Dan. I'm going to be your dungeon daddy for the foreseeable
hi,
future.
Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
I know Dill. I've vaguely met Timmy maybe a handful of times. But if I roll down, so who's Aaron?
Me.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
As is Photo Daddy.
Photo daddy.
Daddy.
The Frostafarian. We got Gamble. Just hanging out. I've played many games with JR. And Trishlana, I assume, is Trash Panda in real life.
Yeah.
Perfect. So in Discord, I've sent through a link to two different things. One is to D&D Beyond, to the campaign, which I've called Tatts and Tarasques. And each of you should have made a character by now. I see 5 characters in here.
Yeah. Well, I've made one.
Let's pull up my display as well, so we can see what I'm seeing. Cool. So I've got a Wrath Evanridge, the human paladin, which is Monsieur Gamble. Kokora the drunk mermaid, which is Timmy's half-elf bard. Polly the parrot, so it seems that Timmy's made 2 characters.
He's the parrot, Lana's the bard.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
We've got Dill playing Rakan, the elf ranger. You finally settled on ranger. You didn't want to change 10 more times?
I didn't end up changing anything else. I only changed it once, okay?
All right. We got Thorindir Grimsbane, the dwarven bard.
Heir to the Grimsbane fortune.
Heir to the Grimsbane fortune, the ancient, well sought after fortune.
It is. It's very wealthy.
And at Towley, no race selected, no class selected. Player. Towley.
I haven't done that yet. I'm getting there. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. The second link I've put in Discord for you is a link to Roll20. So you'll be able to log in there, and this is where most of the maps and tactic battle stuff is going to take place. As I was mentioning before, there is a link between. You can get a Chrome extension called Beyond 20 that will let you click to roll in D&D Beyond, and it will do the rolling for you in Roll20. It's called Beyond 20.
That
I'll chuck it in the Discord.
way up. I was about to say way ahead of you, but you beat me to it.
There you go. And tonight's going to just be about getting to know our characters, trying to figure out how they all know each other, run through some kind of basic mechanics of like how the game kind of works. Based on, I'm just going to run you through the first bit of the starter set, and then we'll get a bit of more of a feel of what kind of characters we have, what kind of players we have, and what kind of adventure you want to get up to. And I mean, if there's mermaids and parrots, I'm thinking maybe something nautical themed. I don't have anything nautical themed prepared yet, but I've got a good idea of some piratey-esque adventures. Cool. So let's start off. Who have we got? Has everyone completed their character in D&D Beyond?
Yes.
Yep.
I just clicked on the link that you sent and then hit the create character.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a bit confused by all these other options.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So we'll go through. I'll pull up my screen here again. I'm pulling up the Wrath Evanridge character at the moment. And
can I get your Twitch name so I can?
Oh yeah, of course. I should probably just like tell you who I am.
What text did you put the Roll20 link?
It is in Firefly.
Right. Sweet, no good.
Always in Firefly.
Okay. Yeah, so under my character preferences, it's got sources allow or restrict sources to be used for this character?
Sure. Well, let's go through. I'll create a new character on my screen, and we can kind of go through it.
Yeah.
So the usual way to do it is a standard, unless you just want to go crazy and go randomized. That's totally fine as well. Let's make Sheriff Dan here. Now for character preferences sources, I'm going to allow pretty much everything here, at the very least to be able to see what's available. And then we can always have that discussion if you're like, oh, I want to try this, and I go, what to know about that? Can we?
Okay.
Can we
You guys
find
hear
something?
me now? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
dude.
can hear.
Okay, cool. Can you hear Lana? Just talk, Lana. Bit louder.
Hello.
Yep.
Hey, Lana.
We're gonna use my microphone instead of hers, just a bit easier.
Cool. So go through. You can tick all the sources. That's fine. Most of the stuff that's in here, I'm cool with.
Crash, get down.
And anything that's super crazy, we can always just discuss and find some kind of middle ground. But if it's an official piece of content, usually I'm pretty good with it. Advancement style, we're going to be doing milestones, so that means I'll just tell you when you level up, rather than having to track. Oh, we killed X amount of slimes, and that's 32 XP divided by 6, whatever.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Not a huge fan of maths, so I'll just tell you at a cool story moment. Hey, you beat the big bad guy. After your next rest, you're going to level up. Hit point type, we'll go manual. Every time you at first level, you have your hit dice plus your Constitution modifier. Every time you level up, you'll roll another hit dice and add your Constitution modifier to increase your max health. So there's a bit of randomness every level. You could roll low, and then you're kind of a squishy, soft boy. But that's going to be fun. What we'll do to try and prevent you being way too easy to kill is that we'll let you reroll ones on upping your hit point maximum. Use prerequisites, yes. For feats, multi-class requirements, cool. Show level scaled spells, yes. Use encumbrance. We'll use variant encumbrance here, and we'll ignore coin weight. So there's some basic encumbrance where you can't carry, 30 oxen on your back or something like that. But we're not going to count how much gold coins weigh because, that's just a lot of maths that I can't be bothered doing.
As is the heir to the fortune, so he can carry his fortune with it.
Well, that's right, and I think we'll be pretty cool about.
He's the inventor of the iron card.
He's Mr. Visa himself, his family.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, the iron card.
So from there, obviously, choose your race. That's super easy. Choose whatever little options you get when you first choose your race. At the moment, I'm just going high elf just to plow through it here. And they're going to learn Orcish. Cool. Choose a class. So obviously, you got all your class choices here. Now, we can have double ups in this. I'm 100% fine with that. But from memory, we've got Paladin, Bard, Rogue, Ranger, Bard, and Towley.
He's going to be Druid.
Druid? Okay, cool. So we've got 2 bards. That's cool. We've got a lot of subclasses and things like that, and there's options for multi-classing. Also, you may get to the end of the first session or the first couple of sessions and go, you know what, just not enjoying this. I want to swap out. That's fine. We're not going to hard lock you into anything particular here. For your ability scores, I would recommend using a standard array or point buy.
I did point buy.
Yeah, point buy is pretty easy. You can just be very specific. Like, I want to max out. If you're a bard,
Do you want to
high
actually
charisma.
Do you want to actually explain what the what each thing does? Because Lana does not know anything.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So there's a really cool story that a lot of people remember, where strength is about how hard you can throw a tomato. Dexterity is how well you can dodge a tomato. Constitution is how well you could eat a rotten tomato. Intelligence is knowing tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put tomato in a fruit salad. And charisma is being able to sell a tomato-based fruit salad.
Right. That's good. I like that. That's really good. I like that.
So if anyone ever comes to you and says, look, a tomato-based fruit salad is a salsa, they're probably a bard, and they've got a really good charisma score.
Yeah.
One quick question. How
Sure.
do I turn on my webcam in the bottom of screen?
Oh yeah, don't you know how to do that, mate? In Roll20.
You can do yours too.
Oh,
No?
what? You got to see each other play D&D.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd sooner turn it on in Discord rather than Roll20, just because our audio is coming through.
I don't have a webcam.
That's fine.
So I don't think I do. At least I don't think I do.
I mean, I've got
Yeah, you
the
have a
dill
laptop,
I got
do
the
you
dill
not?
show.
Yeah, but it
stream
doesn't have-
coming up, so I don't need double dill.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually have a. Unless,
You knew it didn't when you bought it because you want one.
yeah, no, I didn't want them. I didn't want one. I honestly didn't because my thought was I can just get an attachment if necessary.
I didn't want one, but now that I'm playing D&D, I want one. I want one now.
Or just use your phone, dude. Set up the camera of your phone, mate. Discord.
True, it's a good point.
That works too. So to give it more sort of in-gamey kind of terms, strength is going to affect your athletics. So the classes that typically want strength are sort of fighters, barbarians, paladins. There's skills in the game called athletics that will help you lift things. Strength can often be a way to break out of holds, and how well you can sprint around and things like that. So how strong you are. Dexterity is used in a lot of skill checks and a lot of saving throws when you have to dodge out of the way of something. If someone shoots a fireball at you, you need to dodge out of the way. Yeah, or if you fall off something, how well do you parkour off it? How well do you balance? How well do you sneak? All those things are governed by dexterity. Constitution isn't used a lot in skills. There's no specific skill tied to Constitution, but it's usually the thing you have to deal with, or you want to have a higher score if you are about to be poisoned, or if some spells require concentration to maintain, and if you get hit, you have to make a Constitution saving throw to kind of maintain the spell. So having a higher Constitution in that regard will help you. And as I mentioned before, a higher Constitution score over time can increase your maximum health as well.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Intelligence, usually only the purview of wizards. Their spellcasting modifier is based on intelligence. However, there's some other skills like investigating things or how well you know religion or arcana are all based off that intelligence score. So if you're playing a wizard, intelligence is usually a key score for you. Wisdom, things like perception and insight, so noticing things or noticing the kind of mood of people is usually based on wisdom. Sometimes even I'm forgetting now, but I'm pretty sure nature and survival are based off wisdom as well. That's usually a pretty good score for druids, as they're and potentially monks to a certain extent as well, as their spell casting is usually based off wisdom. And then of course we have charisma. That's how deceptive you are, how persuasive you are, how intimidating you are. So a lot of these, what we call the face skills, if you're going to be doing a lot of the talking, you probably want to have a good charisma score.
That should be in you, Lana.
Yeah. So bards
bards.
typically their spellcasting is based off charisma, and paladins as well want to have a decent-ish charisma score, so that some of their spells are based off that as well.
Yeah.
To give you an idea on the point-buy system, if you had 10 in everything, that's meant to be kind of like average person, right? You're not special in any way. The point-buy system, yeah, you're incredibly mediocre. Every 2 points you have above 10 gives you one modifier. So, for example, if you have a 12 in strength, anytime I ask you for a strength roll, it would be the D20 that you roll plus 1.
So like this. So when we go to here, let's say we go to strength. So my dexterity is 17, so it's plus 3. So I roll there, and that's what I'll get. Make sense? Cool. Perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Just explaining on our screen.
Yeah, for sure. So that will add that modifier. So your total score is fine, but you'll often just look at the modifier, and the modifier is going to be what gets added to your dice rolls, your skill checks, and often your attacks and damage as well. So strength attacks will obviously add your strength modifier, and dexterity attacks the same.
Yep.
Okay, folks, I am back.
Cool.
Hey, Cal.
I'm not going to start again. And
Cal knows all that shit.
Yeah, not super important, but your racial choices can give you bonuses to those scores as well. So Alana, I can see that you've got a half elf. Half elves naturally have a plus in charisma, so that's an excellent pair with the bard. So that's cool.
Yeah, she's an aquatic half elf. That's why I thought a mermaid would be a good choice.
Absolutely. Now your total score can pretty much cap out at 20. As you level up, you'll have chances to increase your total score, and without magic or some kind of potion or anything like that, it will usually cap out at 20. So you want to get your base total score to 20 at some stage if you can for your sort of top skill that you want to work on, and then you get magic items and things like that to push it up above that. And remember, in this game, because it's a cooperative game, you're going to want to you're potentially going to want to specialize a lot. You're going to want to good at one thing and then let the rest of the team be good at other things. It's not a solo adventure. You can't be good at everything else. Only one of you can be good at drinking, I'm afraid.
It's me.
Hey, Lana's already the drunk mermaid.
That's true. It's in the name.
It's actually in her name.
But she's drunk. I'm good at drinking. A man alcohol.
No, we're talking about a choice between a con save or not, mate. And like basically, she'll survive the con save more because she's always drunk.
Yeah,
that's
a secret cap.
Change there.
You gotta the dice do the talking, D-Bats.
Yeah,
I got
absolutely.
dice in front of me. Open up the stream and have a look. I'm holding my dice, boys.
All right, I'll continue along. So we're at stage 4 of the character builder here, looking at background. This mostly just to get sort of extra skills or languages, but it can also add a lot of flavor to your character. I'm not going to look at all your background straight away, but where I can, I'll obviously try and incorporate them in. So, for example, this one, faction agent, has a feature of safe haven. So if you're a faction agent, you may have some idea of like, I'm part of this spy network or forward guard or whatever. Hey, could I find those people near where we are? Because I'd really love some help. And that'd totally be a reasonable like role-playing kind of thing.
Yeah, right, okay.
Another thing, obviously, personal characteristics. These are optional, but they can be quite fun as well. So if you look at add traits, one of them is, the suggestion here is roll a D8 and just take one of them, or you can just choose which one you like. Again, you don't have to use any of these, but if you're not really sure where your character is yet, you want some ideas to start off with, this can be a good spot to grab some. Like, I enjoyed fine food, drink, and high society among my temple's elite.
We did those traits, remember?
Rough living grates on me. So you could be you could be a bit of a Karen and just want the Brighton things in life, you know what I mean?
We'll just change her name to Karen, the drunk mermaid.
It's so funny because Jason works with her daughter. Her son.
I know. It's fucking great. I think they can't even walk away.
I would also recommend the ideals, bonds, and flaws are cool. I would also recommend that you.
Timmy, shut up.
Shut up, Timmy. I would also recommend, if you're going to go down that route, that you definitely add in a flaw, because it can be fun having a flaw and obviously role playing to that. And if you role play something that is, hey, this is kind of what my character would do. It kind of fucks us over, but it's better for the story. There are ways for me to reward you in the way you do that, right? So if you're drinking all the time,
that's like a side chat, right? Would you say that it's like a side chat? So we'd kind of like, I guess, semi pull you aside and then talk to you about it, so that way it's a bit more of a surprise.
Yeah, it totally can be.
We don't know your backstories, dude.
Yeah, so that'll probably come out in it. But if you were to say like, hey, I feel that my character would probably do this, and it's not just completely game breaking. It's more just, like they don't like orcs, for example. It's part of his story that he would always kill orcs. We're never going to take one prisoner. Right. That might be a world that we go down, right?
Okay, cool.
Like, just for a quick instance there, like, sure. When I play Thorundir, because I play an older version of Thorundir, I played another campaign, but I'm playing a young version of him in this one. But like, when I always talk to a new character, it's like, Thorundir, heir to the Grimsbane fortune. Like, I always push that fact to everyone I see.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, right, okay,
So even when you're in like. This is just spitballing ideas here, but even when you're in sort of common folk kind of place where they don't really like high society people, you're still, your character may still be hoity-toity. I'm going to throw my titles out there, and it's going to get you in trouble 9 times out of 10, right? So
exactly.
So stuff like that is cool. Here on the equipment screen, you may not have known what to do. I would recommend just going choose equipment. Based on your class and your background, it'll offer you some just basic stuff, and it's usually easiest just to go, okay, cool. I'm going to get that and add starting equipment. This will give you a lot of the items you need. Just sort of basic starting weapons and things like that, just so we can kind of get the ball rolling. And then from there, actually, I don't think I chose a class, which is a bit silly of me in this test example.
You went back to Roll20, I'm pretty sure, so I can't actually see it.
Oh, yeah. True.
Oh, you guys don't have 2 monitors. Suck shit.
I know, that's actually, I would be killing for a second monitor right now.
Yeah, dude, I've got D&D Beyond and Roll20. Right,
I'm just waiting for my tax to come in. I'm buying another one.
Yeah, so that's kind of so everyone should have a character now, right? And you've chosen some basic stats.
Hey, you going, JR?
Yeah, I'm nearly done. I'm just doing like my physical character stuff. Just real quick.
Right. You're a human.
Mine is all done.
I'm a cow.
I noticed that JR had been quiet for a while.
He's just thinking hard, mate. He's got his tongue sticking out from his mouth.
No, he's had a cut.
You know what's funny? If you know me and you see me writing or doing anything that involves writing, I stick my tongue out. So
it's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Got the outfit on, boys.
Oh, you dressing up, dude?
Oh, mate. All I put on was a robe. Let's go.
I got
Oh,
excited for a
yes.
second then. I was like, I might have to whip out some kit.
I mean, I can dress down if you'd like. I'll
Oh,
take
I
my shirt
see.
off, wear a robe.
We'll do a dress up thing next
Oh,
session.
mate, I've got.
Get my short
You
sword
better
out.
believe I got robes, mate.
That is not.
I got a robe for you.
Got a robe and wizard hat. Let's go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I put on my robe and wizard hat.
That's right. So I'm gonna open up the landing page here.
Oh, wait, the one thing I do need to ask, with the equipment,
Yes, it
if
is.
you do all the starting equipment, you start with 10 gold pieces. Are we keeping the gold pieces or are we not?
Yeah, you can keep the
so-
10 gold.
It depends. Yeah.
We're going to assume that, and we'll kind of work this out now. But we're going to assume that your characters either have been working together for a bit of time, or if you have at least one, you should have at least one connection to one other character, right? So you should know them ahead of time. We're not jumping into you're all meeting for the first time in a bar.
Yep.
Right.
Look, there'll be a bar. There's always going to be a bar. This is the best way to start a D&D campaign. But it's going to be more along the lines of you've been maybe doing a couple of odd jobs together. How do you know each other? And then you've sort of found the next bit of work, the next contracting gig that to go out on, right?
Cool. All right, so what do we have in the party then? Because there's
2 bards.
a pally, 2 bards.
I'm a swashbuckler.
Let's go
Yes,
down the
well,
list.
Oh, you're a parrot, Jimmy.
Let me go down the
I
list.
am a parrot.
and-
Yes. Well, do we want to go through our backstories now?
Well, let's go down the list and describe
We're in the game.
and describe what your character looks like on the outside, and obviously the character's name or the name that we know this character by, and I'll set them up in here in Roll20. So if we want to start with Brath.
Okay, so old Brath here, Brath Evenridge. You might have heard of the Evenridge name. A small noble family, but that's about it. No major notability in the variety. Brath has grown up in the military his entire life. Veteran of many campaigns, now at the ripe old age of 35. So he's been fighting for a good long while now. He has effectively, from his fighting on the battlefield, gotten mixed up with a Templar order, effectively, and has been moving up through the paladin ranks for misguided faith, possibly a little bit, but the martial prowess and the crusader battles is something he finds very appealing about this. So that's basically what he is. He's 6 foot, red hair, because of course every character I make has to have red hair.
Every character that you have. I even
Absolutely.
said that. I even said that at the start of this.
And while he may not be the tallest person, he stands at 6 feet. He knows how to handle himself, very much so.
And what is your in Roll20? Are you in Roll20 at the moment?
He's not.
Yes,
No, he's not.
maybe, possibly.
He hasn't joined.
There's a link in.
Oh wait, send me a link where?
In
I'll
Discord.
send it to you.
Firefly.
Yeah, but there's a few there. I'll just send him the link directly.
Ah, yeah, cool. That'll do.
All right. Well, I've created Brath in the player character sheet, so that you'll have a character sheet in Roll20 as well, and a token that you can customize and add notes to. Next up.
Oh,
let's-
so do I just quickly create a count for Roll20, I assume?
Yes.
yeah, sorry, yeah, if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Let's move on next to Kokoro, the drunken mermaid.
Drunken mermaid. Yeah, we'll go with someone else
Could you
first.
do it for me?
That
What is
sounds
you-
exactly like a drunken mermaid to me.
Go before me.
Someone go before me.
Okay, let's go Paulie the parrot then. Seeing as I'm just going top to bottom in the
Yeah,
in the list
down
that I
there.
have.
All right, so Paulie the parrot. He's always keen for a cracker or two.
Yeah.
Pretty simple on that one. Basically looks genuinely like the parrot from Pirates of the Caribbean. You know that one little squall, green, blue, and bit of white on that bad boy, but just a giant, humanoid version of that. Was a giant pirate's pet parrot. They found him in egg form and then hatched him, and then he was the pet of these giant pirates for like 20 years, and eventually escaped the clutches of said parrot. On the way, just to have that little middle point of Kokoro's story, as I was flying around, I saw what I thought was a manatee, and manatee being my favorite delicacy, was actually just a very pissed mermaid just drinking on a rock, and then asked me, screaming at me, if I wanted any more booze. So I grabbed her and said, let's go to the nearest pub. And then we got smashed. Paulie is happy to work for pretty much anyone as long as they have the right coin. If you mention for even one single point the bold patch on top of his head, he will fight you, guaranteed. And that is Paulie.
Love it.
Lit.
Where's my
Okay, so
count?
you should now have control of Paulie, the parrot
Perfect.
here in Roll20.
So I can then what I can.
You can move him
cool.
around
Awesome.
and-
That's great.
Cool. All right, next up we have Rakan. Is it Rakan?
Yeah.
Is it Zaire and Rakan? What are we looking at here?
Nah. Either or. Call me what you want.
So describe Rakan for me, please.
Yes. I am Rakan, the Lone Ranger, so to speak. Been alone a long time. Don't like people. But I'll put up with you.
Excellent. And how did Rakan fall into this this group of ne'er-do-wells and drunkards?
Oh, yes. I was sitting in the tavern, enjoying a lovely
Hi, Callum.
brisket and ale, when I spotted a giant fucking parrot hopping along. So I thought, that's not people. I'm gonna talk to it.
So is Rakan a little bit?
Giant parrot and a mermaid.
That's right. Excellent. Cool. All right, you should now have control over Rakan. We can find you a better elf token maybe later. Or you're a bloody.
Oh, actually, one thing I will add too.
I'm an Aladdin.
I meant to say it, but like I obviously wear I wear like a tricorn hat, and that's the part of the reason of the bold patch. I obsessively make sure that hat is on at all times, but that's so no one can see my bald spot. So, but like, and I will, as a flaw of my character, I will chase after said hat if it comes off.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Also, I just want to point out, Gamble.
Yeah?
You are sitting at a really nice angle in the webcam.
I am. I've just kind of hung my webcam on the side of my
Okay, fantastic.
screen at the moment. So
How do you put on webcams?
It's just in the settings, dude.
Where's the fucking settings,
I'm not
dude?
sure if Safari.
No, it asked me at the start. I said no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can do it. It's just a cog in the corner of.
She's
Yeah,
got
well,
Safari.
maybe do it.
It's
What's it called?
I think you're coming through double there, Aaron.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. I'll
yeah, so
turn
you can just
myself.
mute
Turn myself off in mute. No, I'll turn. Hold on one second.
mute yourself and roll
There we
20.
go. Yeah, there we go. Listen.
Oh, wait.
She's
as for
muted.
my height, I can't remember what I picked.
But
I am
I'm really
Oh.
big.
I am a short and what's the word? Humble 6'4".
Humble 6'4".
Humble 6'4".
Humble. Very humble.
Yes.
The humblest, really. The most humble. You never find anyone more humble.
No, no.
Exactly. Never.
I mean, Paulie will give him a run for his money.
No. Paulie the humble parrot.
Yeah, correct. That's
Did
like
you even run, dude? You're a parrot.
I can flap like a
You can
champ.
fly.
Dude.
You waddle.
No, I'm actually pretty fast. That's how the Aarakocra are. They're fucking little zippy boys.
Yeah,
When he's in the air, but I assume on the ground it's kind of like whatever.
Oh, and I have also come up with a way to communicate purely with this parrot.
Perfect.
I stand in a corner and go. He knows exactly what I mean at all times.
Absolutely done. Okay, yeah, done. We can even have a little side chat. You can have me recite whole paragraphs of what you're saying if you want. just message them to me and I'll repeat them.
This is,
Ah,
I'm,
yes.
I'm sure this is not.
Jimmy stuck down the well.
that's
Perfect.
all right.
and
Cool. Who we got? Who we got next on the list here?
You got Grimsbane, Sammy.
We've done Thorinder Grimsbane.
Well, the name is Thorindir Grimsbane, heir to the mightiest of the Grimsbane fortune. He is a mountain dwarf and stands at a righteous 4.5 feet tall. But don't let that fool you, because the feather in his hat gives him 5.5 feet more. No, it's a very substantial hair on a 4.5 foot dwarf. But he is at a ripe young age, so leaving his teens at 40 years of age. Dwarves live much larger lives than humans. And so he's come out of his youth, but the heir to the Grimsbane fortune is not given, it is earned. So he sets out of his homelands for an adventure and glory and must bring honor to the Grimsbane name. And so he's joined with this batchy rags of ragtags, parrots, and drunkards to uphold the honor and righteous fury that is Grimsbane.
I absolutely love it.
Maybe you could be like renting us.
May I add a quick tidbit? I'm going
Yes.
to toss that dwarf.
It's as if it's in the name of Grimsbane. Thorindir will achieve this.
Well, so we can definitely tie this in to the what we'd be playing at the moment, the Lost Mine of Phandelver, as you can see on your screen. You have a couple of cousins, and you've been kind of sent out here to do some work for them. And in your culture, part of being a lord or being an heir to the fortune is and going out to earn it is you have to get a bunch of the other dwarven clans on side, right? So you have to do a bunch of, I would imagine, good deeds through the land, promoting that sweet dwarf culture, and get the votes you need. You got to go all the way to Winterhaven. You got to go to Hammerfast. You got to go to Waterdeep. You got to get all the big dwarf families on side, or at least 51% of them, I guess, 50% plus one, so that you can get you can be nominated as the Bane of Grimsbanes.
Isn't the Bane of
Excellent.
negative?
Do I get to go through my backstory?
Yeah, dude. When
Okay,
we get
cool.
to you.
Wait.
When you cut in.
I just kind of stepped away and I thought it sounded like we were starting the
Nah,
mission.
it's you, Lana.
Yeah, I was speaking
Okay.
in first person where I was just explaining it in third person, sorry.
Yes.
Cool. Let's go. None. We'll get rid of this person. So we've got Brath, we've got Paulie, we've got Theodir, we've got Rakan. Thorindir, sorry. Thorindir.
He hates it when people mispronounce his name.
Oh, that's a flaw. He will fight
It's
you
a
about
big
it.
flaw.
I've read about this young gentleman.
The name.
Gromsbanes. I've never heard of the Gromsbanes.
Oh. Grumblebat. Grumblebutts. Oh, yes.
So next we come to Towley, I believe.
Tally.
Yeah, so Towley's a
With his
self-aware,
bong of
genetically
justice.
enhanced RG400 smart towel, created by Zynacorp, and in order to basically spy on humans. One day he got high and just sort of wandered off.
The best of us.
He's always ready for adventure and is happy to help others where needed. Somewhat of a hero.
Into the people, you say.
Yeah, somewhat of a hero, and he put himself
Tell
in
the
front of
people.
others just to help them when they're in danger. So he's ready to take a hit, or
I'm sure he's
absorb-
ready to take a hit.
absorb some, poison or something like that. Tally struggled all his life with a drug addiction, and he's even published his own memoirs, also known as A Million Little Fibers. But he put that under another personality named Stephen McTowley. He's a professional weed tender and somewhat known as a weed connoisseur. And he hates being called a tow.
Look,
and
fair
that's
enough.
basically the gist of it. But just remember, everybody, don't forget to bring a towel.
Now, would we? Because I've got here obviously in D&D Beyond that Towley is an elf druid. If Towley is actually a construct, would it make sense for Towley to be some sort of like warforged?
I'm all up for suggestions. I'm happy to change it.
You certainly don't, especially if you're like, you know what, he is gonna be an elf. There's something elfy about him. I don't want to obviously make decisions for your.
No, I just kind of
character.
quickly rushed through it all. But if you think there's something like,
You don't say. Look, I've created a Towley token at the very least. Here we go.
I can be a construct if that means like I'm some form of like genetically.
It
thing.
looks like a bamboo wall that's been painted white.
Well, to give you a bit of background, I had a similar thing come up in another game of mine where someone asked if they could be a sentient mug of beer, and I told them the game kind of assumes that you are humanoid to a certain extent. How about like a warforged? You're a sentient beer keg that's been sitting in a wizard's basement for 1,000 years, and gained sentience, and now you're this creature made of wood that goes out and needs to fill itself with beer everywhere it goes. I need to turn off that notification when people roll dice. I don't even know how. Enable background chat beep. Yeah, fuck that off.
No.
Yeah, so that could be a thing we can do, especially because we do need to kind of work in that this creature, this sentient thing of fibers, is fits into the world somehow.
I see you more like magic carpet from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say it was it's the sentient fibers from like the spirit of a tree that was turned into a towel.
Yeah, that's it. He's back.
Yeah,
Blood. Especially if he's a
Yeah.
druid or something.
Or even
Yeah.
some sort of mythical like sheep where the towel was like created from the wool.
It's
Don't
magic.
give yourself your legendary items. I'm a mythical towel now.
No, I do 1,000
It's
damage to
magical hemp
dragons.
fibers.
Sounds like
Yeah, I'm totally up for that sort of suggestion. Like I
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
You're like an evil genie's like shower towel.
Yeah. every time he
Butt
bath.
We could even say that
butt rag.
we could even say that like we found you in a cave somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's playing cards?
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate. I just realised that if you open up your equipment, it actually has your deck of cards there, and you can
Where's that?
How do I open my equipment?
Well, do you have deck of cards in your equipment?
But how do I open my equipment?
Right.
Thornton is specialized in dice more than cards, but he's an avid dice
Yeah.
man.
I'm
I'm
actually
here for dice. Let's go. I'll take all your money.
okay. Right.
Playing shuffleboard out in front of the quickie mart, like, hey man, you want to make some money?
Give him the
I got
cookies.
25 GP, man. How much silver you got?
fucking Gromsbane wins at everything.
I'm just gonna play around with the.
Well, he is the heir to the fortune.
Wait, how do you access equipment? What, through the players? Okay, right. Yeah, cool, I got it.
Okay.
Let me
Right.
just see if I can change you to a warforged here. It doesn't seem to like.
Having said that, I can't seem to remove the cards now.
I
selling.
think even
Wait,
get
what?
take
Oh no, I can
card.
just flip card. Oh wait, no, or does it just literally flip it? It just literally flips it. Okay, never mind. Take
You have-
card.
You have an upside down card then.
Right,
It's
but
close.
now my cards are just staying there. How do I get rid of them?
Oh, they're back.
Oops.
All right, we'll keep. As I for some reason can't select Warforged right now, we'll have you as an elf, wood elf specifically, as you're actually just made of wood or fibers, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
You may need to reselect your druid skills, I'm afraid, because I probably undid those.
Yeah, my equipment. Did it?
Cool. And what drew Towley towards these adventurers? Were you sort of picked up one afternoon and sort of
Yeah.
carried along, or?
Basically, you know, got high, wandered off, stumbled across you guys, like when you found me in a, you know, a lair of some sort, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Again,
Yeah.
like carpet from Aladdin.
Pretty much. Yeah, but you know, he's always had a sense for adventure. So meeting you guys, he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna come along. Because you guys basically needed a towel.
Yep, keen for the sesh.
Yeah.
How do I
Something to wipe my
remove
ass.
JR from being over my icon?
You can wait. What do you mean?
Icon.
No, like, down the bottom, like where the webcam is.
Yeah, how do you minimize those? Or can you make them smaller or anything?
Yeah. So in the top right, there's that little settings cog. You can
Yep.
do it. Set it so that player video avatar size. You can have names only.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Crank hater, bit nippy in here.
I just made them smaller. That's fine. Easy.
On these character sheets, did you want us to add our spells in, or are we doing the ones that are
Scroll
already on here?
You should be doing the spells yourself. I've just created or essentially
cool.
adapted the existing
Yeah.
spell sheets for some of these guys, so you may just need to remove some of the stuff that isn't relevant.
Yeah. Too easy.
But I didn't want to have you create them from scratch,
There we go,
just
that's
because it was easy to kind of jump
Alright.
in. All right.
Oh, no,
and I
that's
think
fine.
There we are.
last but certainly not least, we have the mermaid.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm like 5 feet tall. I have purple hair, blue skin, white eyes. Definitely don't look how a mermaid should look. I'm huge.
Classic mermaid.
Yeah.
The mermaid I always dreamt of.
I'm like in my early 40s, but look way older due to the alcohol abuse.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
Takes its toll.
high functioning alcoholic.
Well, I mean, high is ambitious. I would say functioning.
Functioning.
Barely functioning alcoholic.
Yeah. Cool. See if we can find a cool token for you here. Weirdly, they don't have a lot of mermaid. What is it? So have you got? So your character is actually, if we're looking at it in game terms, is an aquatic half elf.
Yeah.
But
Okay, cool.
for all intent and purpose, is a sea living creature. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I have a bucket chicken stand-in when she wants to be up there.
Oh, Davy Jones, let's go.
Such a gentleman.
It's not even a good bucket.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's
Well, not bad.
a leaky bucket.
What? My character sheet in here says I'm a wizard.
Yeah,
wizard, Hattie.
I'm a human rogue. I think he's just changing it all now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I did not look at any of your characters before we actually started.
Oh. Well, you looked at mine because you called me up on changing it a few times.
Well, yeah, I looked at it like a week ago. You're a wizard. This week you're a ranger. Next week you're whatever. Like,
Hey, I'm ever evolving, all right?
that's fine.
You ever drunk, you bastard?
CL.
Dry July.
I meant your character, but your character.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you're doing Dry July, does your character also have to do Dry July?
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. That's the way that works.
Unless you pay him 20.
Vicariously through Raycon.
No, you got to pay him. You got to pay him 25 pieces to,
Pay the toll.
I will
Pay
accept
the toll.
25 pieces.
Pay the toll. Pay the
I get
toll.
lit. All right, there. That's a buff. Pay me
Sure.
25 pieces. I get lit, and I will bash the shit out of anything.
Sounds good. I think.
That's my buff.
Sounds like a fair deal. I don't know.
I'm grabbing another beer.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, you've been brought together on this. You've been working a couple of odd jobs together, seemingly under the direction of Threndir Grimsbane. Either he brought you together, or he's just sort of acting like he
Heir to the
had-
Grimsbane fortune.
Heir to the Grimsbane
Fuck
fortune.
I am the leader.
I would imagine
ahead of him
it's
on the
almost
board.
like he's only pulling rank in a lot of these jobs that you're doing because he's cousins with the guy, or he's like the guy's nephew. An actual real leader may emerge. We'll see.
Excuse me. Get off my square.
It's already begun.
Wait, how do I move my square?
You just click and drag. I've even added a last name. I have a surname now. I found it.
And we're proud of you.
Oh, I
Yes.
can't click and move mine.
Oh. Top left, select move.
Yeah, no, that's.
We'll have to move them eventually.
I know, but like,
No, we're just fucking around. We're just fucking around.
Ah.
I think this is a pretty good group, though. I'm excited.
So some of
I
the odd
like
jobs
the
you've been
bird
doing
music.
in and around will actually I'll
Anymore.
grab all your tokens and we'll go have a look at the map here.
I can't grab my token.
Who's that?
Me, Cal, Brath.
Breath.
Brath.
Okay, what's your
Cal
in
doesn't
roll
have a
20
name.
name?
That is definitely a question you would ask.
LMG.
Callum G. Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right, you now have
Sound like a
control
fun
of
spot.
Breath.
Woo! There we go.
Yo, man, have you heard of new Callum G's?
Oh, look at him go. He's zippy.
All right, I'm just gonna group. Stop moving around. Come on, kids. Don't move. Turn this entire D&D
Boy,
campaign
boy.
around.
listen to the DM, man. I have been one-shotted before in my first adventure. I
mean,
My
a sass
first
lord.
adventure, I got drunk
Oh.
and spat on a cave troll.
I had an
I'm
axe
not
go in my
kidding.
back and died. So there you
I'm
go.
gonna move them.
Lit.
Go down there. This.
So,
Why
we
am I-
begin this
on a black
adventure
screen?
like all great
Oh,
adventures. You should only be able to see part of the map. This is the Sword Coast. All the
Neverwinter.
cool famous
Neverwinter.
adventurers all start here, and it's got the most emo kind of name for a town.
Okay.
Or maybe it's
Neverwinter is
actually
lit.
like, is it the opposite
Slow
of emo? Because it's actually Neverwinter.
Never winter. It's always sunny. It's nice.
It's
We're
always
based
sunny in Sword
California.
Coast.
Like Philadelphia.
The place where there's plenty of wheat.
Philly.
Look,
It's
all right.
came here in the summer because the winter.
And-
We're hitting some real hard hitting
These are the
topics
roads, right?
already, and we haven't even started. I'm sorry to any
Oh, yeah.
children currently watching the stream.
And Thorndeer,
Ask your mummies and daddies.
Had been tasked by your cousins. They wanted to set up a really cool island party, but not an island. It's sort of out in the woods. They want to set up a bush stuff.
So the opposite of an island party, then.
Yeah.
It could be an island on the river.
Yeah, but it's not even
Oh,
that.
going on
It's I was trying to remember what that failed island party was called, and I forgot.
Fine.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Fire Festival, yeah.
Yeah.
So your cousins want to set up a bush stuff, and they need you
Right, cut a
to
veggie.
bring supplies. They want to set up a whole sort of mining operation out there. That's going to get. They're going to go digging for mushrooms. There's going to be mushroom picking. They've promised that there's some really good shit out there that no one's gotten their hands on for hundreds of years. Battles were fought over this shit, and that's how good it is.
Tally is very interested in this.
And they want you to bring a lot of the supplies. So your mate, or I should say your cousin.
Oh.
So
Sorry.
what I'm hearing is we need to bring beer.
I'll bring the baggies.
Yeah. So your cousin Gundren Rockseeker entrusts with you the task of actually bringing a lot of the supplies. So that they can set up shop. You know, they can get all the tents set up. They can get all the all the things there before the patrons arrive, because you don't want the patrons to arrive and have to sleep in like crisis shelters and things like that. They saw the Fire Festival documentary and they don't want it to be like that. They want
They're angry already.
And you've jumped at this task because this can be a great way to make money, right? Not only are you going to be having to carry a bunch of stuff, possibly across borders, possibly through checkpoints. You know, you're gonna be there at ground zero. You're gonna be able to skip the queues. You're gonna have those VIP passes. Everyone's gonna love it. And they want you in on the ground floor of this thing. They want you as investors. Now, weirdly, Gundren's like, hey, look, so I'm not going to travel with you because I don't want to get stopped by the fuzz. I'm going to go with my boy Sildar here, his escort. And we're gonna ride ahead. We're going to go out tonight, check the roads, make sure the roads are clear, make sure there's no booze buses, and I want you guys to set out tomorrow. So you have sort of a night in Neverwinter before you head out to. He pays you a little bit up front, but he says that the real money's going to come once we get this thing up and running, and we're gonna get percentages of the ticket sales. We're going to be able to rent space to people who want to come in. There's this amazing cave system that has the best acoustics, so we're going to set up all the D floors in there too.
I do believe I've heard this story before.
Some walking around money. I like it.
Yeah, but yeah, he knows that you can't just promise people things and they'll go do things for you. You gotta give them a little bit of social lubricant up front. He puts you up in a not like a great hotel, but it's a nice enough inn in Neverwinter, and during the night you see that more and more supplies kind of get added to the caravan, ready for the morning to head out. You head south on the high road, and make your way. It takes a couple of days, and you find the turn off to Phandelver, which is going to be the closest town that they could get rental rights from the farmers to be able to, you got to support the local community and stuff like that. It's where the closest Woolies is, so you got to duck in there before you go to the festival.
I get you.
I'm also wearing a mask as I go in there.
That's good. That's a good way to be.
Ain't you already a towel?
Aren't you,
Yeah,
Mark?
towel cream too, mate.
I didn't realize
I wear towelly as a mask.
Everyone take a piece of towelly.
So as we cruise down the road, you're on. You've got a wagon. It's full of supplies. Where are each of you on this wagon?
I'm off in the wilderness.
Is this a dangerous area?
I'm probably up front helping traveling. Nah, fuck it. I'm inside, all nobly being all swagging in the wagon.
Yeah. Is this a dangerous area?
So the first leg of your journey on the high road is a pretty common, it's a pretty well traveled road. You're cruising down the highway essentially, and
Right.
You see some of the carts. You do that thing that you do in the country where you just lift one finger to give them the hay as you cruise past. But after a couple of days, you veer east onto the Tribor Trail, which is sort of a more off-road-ish kind of place. With the intention being obviously that you're going to be out in paddocks and into the small country town of Phandelver.
We've also seemed to have left Thorlandir and Barath behind.
We'll come to this. It's all good.
There we go. Let me just zoom out a wee bit there. There we are.
Oh, okay.
So I'd like to know where. Yeah. So where are each of you now? Remember,
On
this
the
is
Thingo?
a cart, sort of a wagon with, I would say maybe an oxen pulling it. And it's not really a covered card. If it's covered, it's maybe like a little bit of canvas or something like that. It's nothing too fancy.
Yeah, it's sucked in. You aren't swagging in.
I'll be
I'll-
sitting next to the driver.
Yeah, I'll be. Is it going quick? Like, you know.
It's a little bit far. Like it's sort of like a walking pace mostly. This thing doesn't.
So, like, could we be walking next to it, or
Absolutely.
like, are we all
Yeah.
in it? Okay, well, I'd probably just be walking alongside it. Brath will be just surveying the area with military
And I'll-
background. Just be
I will
walking.
be slightly up ahead, seeing what my elf eyes see.
Cool.
I'm
All
just
right.
basically tucked away in the chest.
But over here.
Yeah, in the chest. just hotboxing.
There's it's like it's like the Scooby Doo mystery machine, just like smoke coming out the back of the
Trailing out of it.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to be next to? Do you want to be a tally just getting
Oh, yeah,
placed?
I'm definitely in the back, like doing nothing.
Yeah. I'll be on the front with the driver.
Yeah, cool. Being responsible.
Well, not really responsible. Just chatting his ear off.
Just walking at him.
So is the driver who's the designated?
Good.
Pardon, sorry.
Who's the designated driver?
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
This is always a shit question in this group.
definitely.
Brath can be the designated driver. He will.
But you're not
Alright.
even driving, dude. You're walking.
Well, I mean, if needs be, I can be the driver for this car.
I can drive this thing instead. If you want to walk
Look,
along.
you
it.
can
I'll
pull me
I'll
out of
drive it.
the storage
Parrot
chest,
drive and Oxford. Dude, you're
and I'm
Blaze,
happy
you ain't
to take.
Your blaze
take
is
control.
shit. No, it's fine. I'll drive it.
Cool.
It looks like your little avatar there, Timmy. Looks like he's doing the thumbs up. Just
Yeah, correct. Give me a big thumbs up.
He's all right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'll drive it, but I'll just be chatting to everyone in the back. I'm not really paying attention.
Yeah. Well, you know that Rakan is up scouting ahead, doing his thing.
Yep.
He'll let you know if there's coppers up ahead.
Yep. Sick.
And seeing as you're ranging ahead, Rakan, can you please give me a perception check? So how this works is if you have the D&D Beyond, the Beyond 20 extension in your browser, you should be able to click
That's right, there was an
the
extension.
skill called Perception, and there's sort of a big red B symbol that will let you roll it. So
What was that extension called again? Sorry.
Beyond 20. I'll link it in the roll chat if that'll help.
I was just giving that a go, just to see how that would roll.
I think I
Dan,
found it.
are you cool with Lana just rolling in Beyond D&D Beyond, and then we'll just say what her
Yeah.
roll
Yeah,
Awesome.
I completely trust you all.
She can't download the app
That's
on her on Safari for a Mac.
Oh yeah, no, of course, that's fine. The other option is to so the chat box in Roll20 lets you type certain commands. So /roll.
Yeah, we tried that out. Yeah,
D20. We'll let you roll a D20, right? You did that before. So if you know that your perception modifier in, let's just say this example is 2, you go roll D20 plus 2. And it would roll
I just thought it'd be
like that.
easier for her just to click the different things you would say. So if you said perception, then she just click perception.
Yeah.
And then tell us what it is. So that way it's just a bit more streamlined for her as well.
Yeah,
For
I'm just
sure.
gonna
And
roll the D20.
If you go to your character sheet in Roll20, it's for you, Lana. It's Kokoro the Mermaid is blank, but if we were to update it with the right stats and the skill points and stuff like that, you could use that as your. You just click
So
in
this
too.
instead. So which we can do later anyway. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
We can then edit this page here. It's blank right now, but it can be a full character sheet instead. So you can just do it in there instead.
So with the extension, how do I roll? Do I just?
No, because it's
I've just seen 3 rolls come from Brath, and 1 from Dill.
I don't know
Just
how to roll.
then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do I have to type something in, or do I click?
No.
the
So,
icon and
have you still got the D&D Beyond thing open?
There
You
we go.
character sheet that.
then- yeah.
Yeah. So go for perception, for example. So we'll just use perception. So see on your character sheet where it says perception and then maybe a plus, something.
So on your character
Yeah.
sheet, in that sort of middle column, there's your skills: acrobatics, animal handling, etc.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, +5.
Yep. So when you hover over that, there's like
there's a
D
little-
and a dice spear. Yep. So click
Yeah.
that. It'll come up on the right hand side, and then just hit the Beyond 20 button.
Ah.
Okay.
Wait.
Sorry.
Yeah, it came up,
I'm
so yeah,
totally new to this.
No,
Yeah,
of
no,
course.
so
And
roll-
this is what the session's all about.
No, I'm just saying, I've never used this either, so this is.
It's a great system actually.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
a
cool.
fan
I
of
like
Roll20. It's cool.
Yeah.
He was I don't know if you saw Cal. He was showing how like mazes look in this. It's so sick.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm.
Like the idea with maps and shit, I'm digging that. That's cool.
All right. Well, shall I roll again?
I'll take your first roll, which was a pretty good one I saw up here. Your first roll for perception was a 19. I think by default, for some of you, Beyond 20 may roll with advantage. In that case, I'll just take the left-hand column as your first roll, unless, of course, you actually have advantage. Now, having advantage, we'll get to that later, but it's where you roll 2 dice and you take the higher result.
Yeah.
And you can get advantage in a number of different ways. Cool. All right, let's plonk you on this in a moment. So
you get-
Rakan,
Just a quick question. Sorry.
yeah,
sorry,
of course,
quick question.
yeah.
I've never used the Beyond 20 add-on to Roll20. How
Mm-hmm.
did you use that? I've installed it, but how do I get use that?
Open character
You got-
sheet.
In
Go
D&D
Yeah.
Beyond.
Yeah, I'm in D&D Beyond.
And then
Yeah.
click on the like acrobatics.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a
I know how
plugin.
I know how to
No,
roll it
plugin,
in
so
that.
it's open
I'm talking
anyway.
about the plugin.
Yeah,
It's-
so
yeah,
you'll
it's
notice
on
there's
anyway.
a new little. If you got the D&D
Yeah.
Beyond extension in your Chrome,
Yeah.
you'll notice a
B,
red
the
Beyond
B.
20
Yeah.
B. Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you click that
What
B,
do I do? I'll click that. What do I do in here? That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
and that's
click
it. It'll just
goes across.
automatically roll in Roll20.
It's a plugin, so it's just on anyway. Like, there's
So
no-
as long as
okay.
you've got Roll20 open in that same browser, so like obviously
Yeah,
two tabs, it should just go
Yeah.
across fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. That's all right.
That's
I
why
just
you
didn't
can go on that anyway.
Yeah,
just
no,
don't
my issue was I had D&D Beyond open in Firefox. Not,
Gotcha.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
cool.
yeah, cool.
Mine's
That's
not
right.
showing
You
yet,
guys
but I
doing?
just-
This is where all the
we're
teething
playing
is.
D&D.
Hey Logan, we're playing D&D.
Oh, nice. All right, I'll duck out then. Enjoy.
Love you, buddy.
No worries.
Love you.
So Rakan, you've ranged out ahead, scouting out as you do, possibly as well because you just want to avoid people, as is your way. Because you're all about hanging out with the parrot, the towel, the non-humans, but there is that Brath Evanridge. What a guy! Just being all human,
Legend.
just
Legend.
being a bloody.
Whose character is that?
Fucking human.
Timmy's.
Brath Evanridge is Callan's character.
Ah, yeah.
He's a specimen.
He's a mighty paladin specimen.
Definitely
You
don't like
notice
paladins.
though, Rakan, you see up on the road ahead. You're probably a good 100 feet forward of the cart itself. You've been kind of making your way through off the road a little bit. You notice 2 dead horses in the middle of the road.
My
Ooh.
God, there are some dead horses.
Fair reaction.
Them's good eating.
Horse is good meat. Same with dog.
The downside of these horses, while they could be good eating, from this distance you can't tell if how fresh that leather would be, or how much glue you could get.
Ooh. Like me some glue.
Me too. Always down for some glue.
You can sniff that, you know.
What do you do?
Ooh. I power on up to the horses.
Cool. All right, let's go check out some horses, shall we?
Check it out.
Oh,
Oh,
are you by yourself now?
Yeah, let's go. I'm an elf wizard apparently though.
Why did that not copy? I can't.
Maps is sick. It's awesome.
Also, we just revealed another section of the map. That's pretty.
Yeah, so I've moved us on to another piece of the map. You guys are all on a cart, which I will very convincingly draw for you here. Whoop, look at that cart. How good is that?
Perfect.
Okay, I'm in the front,
Get around it, boys.
so just put yourself in the back of it. There you go. Oh, you'd be on the side there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'll be
Cal?
here somewhere.
And Grimsbane.
Grimsbane. Yeah, sorry,
Sitting
I'm
on the
just,
corner.
I'm just working for that. Give me a sec. So,
As you get closer to the horses, Rakan, you notice that they have several black feathered arrows sticking out of them. The woods are pressing close to the trail here with a steep embankment and dense thicket on either side. You cautiously make your way up. Now, are you approaching up the path, up the road?
No, if I've noticed the embankment, and I'm a elf ranger, I attempt to climb the embankment.
Cool. All right, let's give us all some more room here, and we'll, play with a little bit of the space.
Space.
Yeah, I've just created space out of nothing. This is what we're doing, boys and girls.
You truly are a god.
So you make your way around from the embankment. Are you moving particularly stealthily?
No, I'm just
crashing through the brush.
As I go up, I make this noise.
Oh yeah, that sounds
As
sexy.
I climb.
At 6'4", he's a big ranger.
Yeah, just crashing through the brush and the scrub up on this area. You actually let's see.
My skills are now apparent. I'm apparently
Yes,
an elf
you can just
rogue
float with everything.
with a ray of frost.
Yeah. Yeah, you can float with the horse. You can be pissed as fuck and float with the horse.
Well,
My skills are all over the place.
Yeah, you'll probably have to remove all those.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now I'm nothing.
you
I
still
have
there.
lost everything.
Cool. So you stumble into just out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, I guess. They were kind of waiting around, but you very loudly stumble into a bunch of goblins.
Surprise, bitches.
What's up, motherfucker?
So what we're going to do...
They're as scared of you as you are of them, okay?
So what we're going to do is we're going to roll initiative. And here's how it works. So Rakan sort of stumbled through the bushes and come upon them. In Roll20, I can add turns to each of these creatures. I'm just going to make all the goblins go on one turn because it's just going to be easier.
Oh no.
So if they get a faster roll than you, they're all going to just push your shit in.
Fuck them up. Oh, we're going to get a death first game, boys.
Cool.
Oh, look.
So
Hey, I have the wrong skills still.
3, 4. Who did I not put on there? Paulie?
Me.
Paulie the parrot. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the drunk mermaid.
And the drunk mermaid. Yeah. Cool. So what I would like you to do is roll initiative. So on your character sheets, there is obviously an initiative skill or initiative modifier. It's usually just your dexterity modifier, especially at level 1. It sits between your armor class and your skills on D&D Beyond. The other thing you can do, of course, is just roll a d20 plus your initiative modifier if you don't have the extension, and we'll add it to the turn order here.
I don't know why mine keeps sending twice.
18 plus 15.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a bug.
33.
I'll just roll it maybe in Beyond from now on, just so we don't get.
Yeah, I can't log
or
into
whatever.
D&D Beyond on Chrome because I have my accounts through a Hotmail and they don't accept that on Chrome.
Ah, right.
That's all
Fucking
good.
cats.
Yeah, you can just roll it in the chat. Or,
Yep.
yeah.
Lana's roll was amazing. It was 21.
Oh, yeah. So Kokoro the mermaid's got a 21. Rakan, what do you got?
I got 18 plus my dexterity is 15.
So what's your dexterity modifier or your initiative modifier? So that's the plus thing.
Yeah, the little box at the bottom.
Yeah, I rolled terribly.
Yeah, 14 is my little box at the bottom.
5.
15 is my box at the bottom. My dexterity is 0, apparently.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound right.
My modifier is 0.
That also doesn't sound right. What have you done, Dill?
I haven't done anything. You deleted my character, and then now I got nothing.
No, I'm looking in D&D Beyond. What is it? Because that's where you have actually created the rogue.
Oh, okay. Plus 2.
Not in the Roll20.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you can do it in the Roll20 if we have it set up correctly.
We haven't got it set up
Well, all
properly.
right. So 18 plus 2, 20.
Cool. All Rakan's got 20. Still
I
slower than
rolled 5.
You're slower than a mermaid on land, mate. What's going on? Tally.
Look, mate, I'm 6'4".
Are you sure you're a ranger?
Yes.
Brath questions this.
Not a very good
Wrath
one.
can
Daily.
suck a fuck.
I definitely think you're just a barbarian in disguise.
I'm
I
getting. I
am
feel
no
like
elven barbarian.
Brath
So
is wondering if those ears are stuck on or.
Oh, I do not like this breath.
I
This breath seems like a dickhead.
I don't. Yeah, I've got
Tally,
questions.
do we get an issue from Tally?
Oh, yeah. So, with the thing, is there something specifically
on
in
your-
D&D Beyond I need to click on?
Yeah,
I think there's
initiative.
a plus initiative, which sits next to your AC, your armor class. Alternatively, if you just have your dexterity modifier, we can work off that.
So roll then like whatever your dexterity plus is.
Where was dexterity? I +2. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Here we go. And then Is that
Yep.
right?
Is that right?
No, that's acrobatics. You did. So see where you click
Oh,
acrobatics.
On the
Yeah.
right there.
Above that, just a little bit to the right, like top right of it, that says initiative. You
Oh,
probably
yeah.
have
Sorry, I'm
plus
so
2
dumb.
in there.
Yeah, I do have +2.
Yeah. So roll it through that, and that will add your +2. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. There you go.
Okay,
Yes.
initiative.
So it worked out to be the same, but it's always good to know because you may have training and acrobatics that'll make it different and things like that. All right, Paulie the parrot.
I rolled a 5.
Brilliant. What have the goblins got? Old gobbos.
Love me a good gobbo.
Doesn't.
Mate. I do not know of what you speak.
Goblin, mate.
Exactly.
I'll probably be the last person to do anything now. Maybe I'm just still talking back to everyone.
You
I'm
haven't
still
even
not-
noticed what's going on. Everyone's moving.
I'm not even looking at the road. I'm still just talking to everyone back there.
The parrot is
Brath?
just-
Depends. Which one do you want to take? Because there's 2 in there because it did it twice.
Just the
Just
first one.
Walking along.
Cool. So 16.
16? Yeah, cool.
It's like normal.
Yeah, correct.
Thorendi Grimsbane.
the dickhead.
So I'll take the 18, the 1d20 plus 2. Excellent. And cool. So you should be able to see the turn order on your screen. You can obviously move that around, have a look at it. I've now put it in order. So we've got Kokoro the mermaid first. Now I'll do some explaining on how combat works. So you each control of your own tokens in Roll20. Kokoro, you're all the way back here on the card. And
So-
there's 3 main sort of mechanical things you can do in combat. You have an action, you have a movement, and a bonus action. And those are the kind of 3 main things. But you can be as narrative as you like in terms of, well, I'm going to jump off the cart and get behind cover, right? I'm going to hide behind the cart so that I'm out of range or I'm hidden or something like that.
So you don't have to be fun if you don't want to. You can literally just like flirt with one of the goblins if you
That's
choose.
what I was planning on doing.
Flirt with a goblin.
Yeah, that could be the way to go. And you'll notice on the left-hand side of your screen where you've got like the arrow and the draw paintbrush and stuff like that, there's a circle with a ruler or like a comb in it. That's a ruler tool, so you can actually like measure out distances.
Oh fuck.
Oh, right. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
So good.
Because you may notice that on your character sheet that you have, excuse me,
Fair turn.
most of you have a 30-foot walking speed. So that's how much.
Hey, you tall bastard. 25.
Where is that? Sorry.
Short legs.
On
On your character sheet.
your character sheet.
Walking feet.
Above
Next
armor
degree
class.
of proficiency bonus.
Okay, right. So if you go to your
AC.
oh, there.
Where?
Just do this. So your walking feet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You have 30 feet.
Okay.
Walking speed.
So
How does
each
a mermaid walk more than a
30
dwarf?
feet. So how you would do that is you'd use that
Okay,
there.
okay, that's sick. I like
Yeah.
that.
So you can only walk
Oh, that's really cool.
that much. This
So I may be fucked here, guys.
yeah,
It's up to
Yeah,
you.
dude. I don't
So you
know
can-
why you engaged.
you can also pick up your token and
didn't
right click,
engage.
and that will let you measure out distances as well.
So is that? Do I have to move
Oh,
anything to it?
I like that.
That's really cool. Yeah, if you want to, we can do whatever you want. You can just stay in. You can stay in the cart and tell us to fight.
So there's a couple other things you can do as well. So as an action, you may see in D&D Beyond actions in combat. So you specifically have attack, cast a spell, dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, things like that.
So we don't have any of those. Were we supposed to add actions?
No, actions should automatically be added into D&D Beyond. I'm looking at
Okay.
Kokoro the Drunk Maid. In your actions
Right. Yep.
tab,
Sorry, I understand. See that.
you see actions in combat. You have those. Now I see that you have equipment that's not currently equipped. If you go into the equipment tab, you can kind of click the little square next to your daggers and your rapiers, so that you've got your weapons equipped. And then when you go back to your actions tab, you'll see them there as actions that you can do, like throw a dagger, hit them with your rapier,
Right.
that kind of thing. So it may be worth doing that, especially for people who are new to D&D Beyond. Just make sure you do equip those items. I've ticked those for you, Alana, so you may just need to refresh your page to be able to see those in D&D Beyond.
Go. Refreshing a page now.
For example, I'm also looking at Towley. I think actually Towley has no starting equipment, so I'll just click here and give Towley. Well, I mean, would Towley have any starting equipment is the real question.
Would he have any equipment?
I literally just normally carry
So then go back to your actions.
stuff in my hands.
Look, I'm going to give Towley a dart because that makes sense.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fair.
fair.
Yeah.
It's Ziggy.
And
It's Ziggy.
Oh, mate. If I can share them ciggies around, bud.
probably some kind of quarterstaff, a totem. Oh, a sprig of mistletoe. We know what that is, sure. Brewing supplies, glass blowers tools, or
Glass blowers tool.
Definitely glass
alchemist
blower.
supplies.
Oh,
Actually,
God,
I
here we
think
go.
originally I put in my character sheet brewing or crafting supplies or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You have one. You have a set of artisans' tools. You can get brewers' tools, alchemist supplies,
Nice.
or
Tools.
glass blowing tools. I think all of those, or cook's tools. I think all of those would really fit, right?
Okay, so what do you want to do, Lana?
Or a weaver's tools, but you know.
I think Lana's gonna, like Lana said, she's gonna get on the cart and hide.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what I'd get you to do is put yourself to one side of the cart here. I'll move it forward if you wanna duck it back. So you'd move your token to where you want to go, and what I'll get you to do, because you're taking the hide action, I'll get you to roll a stealth check to attempt to hide. So what that's gonna look like?
Each square's 5 feet, if you wanted to know, everyone.
Oh yeah, sorry. Each square is 5 feet.
Yeah. Each little square's 5 feet.
Select mode. Yep, there we go. For some reason, she can't move her character.
Oh.
I click the select tool up the top. Is she still on the ruler?
Yeah, no, she has. Select move.
That's right. Maybe
No.
for the mermaid. Try now.
There you go. Yep. Yep. No, still nothing.
Let me just give access to everyone to edit Kokoro and see if that makes a difference. Roll20 can be a bit finicky, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
How about
I
now?
moved her.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
now all of you should be able to move her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can be moved.
No. Okay, I can move it. That's fine. No worries.
I could move her before.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Okay, she's behind the cart.
So now, Alana, or I should say Kokoro, I want you to make a stealth check. So that's going to be rolling a d20, as per most things, and adding
Okay.
your stealth modifier.
We are sitting at 13.
Excellent. All right, so that is your stealth score. And if it is better than the passive perception of these goblins, they don't know you're there, so they're unlikely.
I don't know you're there.
Okay, cool.
So they're extremely unlikely to take shots at you, especially as they have a lot of other things on their mind at the moment, I guess.
Like a ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger.
6'4" ranger.
Speaking
standing in
of,
front of them.
the 6'4.5" ranger. What's he doing?
I'm
Is
81 feet away from
81 feet away from us.
Fantastic.
I mean, I'm so glad you're a ranged character.
I mean, I got short swords as well. Although I did, when I set up my inventory, got rid of my short swords and got a long sword, but now I've got 2 short swords again, so.
It's the magic of storytelling.
Yeah. Somehow, my sword's broke and now I have 2.
30 feet in one go.
Yeah.
What else?
I got a stick.
That,
Sticky
you,
taped
you
it
start to move forward towards them. So you basically just
on.
Perfect.
Real quick.
I was just wondering.
Manage equipment. Add item. I'm gonna just quickly add a longsword and remove these 2 short swords.
Sure. That makes sense. Eladrins are all about the long swords and the bow. You're not currently engaged with these creatures, so you could still shoot them with a bow if you liked, and sort of run away. Of course, you can always just run in.
I'm just sort of standing there
Yeah.
in front of them, like, what's?
I mean, if Rakan dies, I'm sure his brother Trakan, the wizard.
Well, I mean, no, his twin brother Rakan,
his twin brother,
who also uses a longsword.
There's 37 more of me, asshole.
I keep coming back. All right, so I have to. Oh, I'm engaging first. Okay, fantastic, very good. Love it. All right, well, let's go back to my actions. Let's just. All right, well, I might as well attack one with a longbow. I want to attack the one directly ahead of me.
Yeah. 100%. You can do that. So roll. So for an attack roll, you're going to roll the d20. In this case, you're going to add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency modifier.
Oh no, I can just do this.
Or just hit the button. Yeah, you just hit the button.
Yeah.
But for everyone else who needs to know how D&D attacks work, it's the d20 plus your skill modifier that is applicable to that weapon, plus your proficiency modifier if you're trained in the weapon. And that's why it's a +4, so you get the +2 from dexterity, +2 from training, and it becomes that +4.
Thanks.
Below that, you'll see if you mouse over the 4, it tells you that it's rolling 1d8 +2. So in that case, d8 is how much damage the weapon does, and then +2 is for dexterity, as it's a dexterous weapon. And so in this case, it's going to do 4 damage.
Yeah.
So an arrow lances into the side of this goblin. He shrieks and kind of pulls out a small scimitar and starts charging at you. Very upset. He had
listening to I'm upset by Drake.
Him and his friend, you notice, had a little cart or like a little crate of water bottles and glow sticks that they were selling on the side of the road, and you've completely interrupted their entire trade.
So they weren't
And
even
shot him.
He deserved
Monster.
The interruption was less bad. It was the shooting that was the bad part. Let's not butter around this bush.
He deserved it.
Now we've got Thorindir Grimsbane.
Well, chaps, I see our rangers got ourselves in a bit of trouble. Well, I suggest I should step out the cart and give him some inspiration, because he's decided to battle these goblins. I guess they do also have supplies for the party for my old cousin there, so I might as well help him. I'm going to move, get out of this cart. Let me select my... Oh, so 1 second. That was 20. Let me double check all that. Yeah, that's about right. How far is he?
Oof. I'm in trouble.
So what you can do, because you've got an action and a movement and a bonus action, what
Yeah.
you can do is you can use your action to dash, and that means you double your movement. So that can be obviously a good way to close the distance. There's also a pretty good homebrew rule that is if you're moving in a straight line, you can move at 4 times your speed, so double your dash speed if all you're doing is sprinting. It does leave you open to taking it's easier to hurt you, right? You'll any
Yeah,
attacks against you
yeah.
will have advantage, and I quite like that rule for being able to close distance. And of course, dwarves are known for being sprinters. They're wasted on the long distance.
They're dangerous over short distances. Yeah, because they're all out of my range. I'm definitely gonna use use my action to move double my movement.
Yep.
Let's
Would
see
you
what
like to
the-
take the risk and sprint?
No.
Cool. Fair. He's not worth it.
No, no way.
Oh.
No,
This
because then
dwarf.
I'm calm down. I'm about to help you, you
Don't
bastard.
get racist with me, chappy.
this dwarf.
Okay.
Ranger's already pissing off the DM. Let's go.
Alrighty then.
I'm going to use my bonus action because I've used up my main action. Bardic Inspiration.
Mhm.
To give a inspiration dice to what's his name? Rakim.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Rakan. Okay, so Rakan, you're a trained ranger, but these are mere goblins. You should take them down swiftly in the honor of the name Grimsbane. Take them down, my lad.
Cool. Do you want to read out to us all what a Bardic Inspiration
Bardic.
does?
Yeah, okay. As a bonus action, a creature other than yourself within 60 feet that can hear you gains the inspiration die 1d6 for 10 minutes. That creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but not before knowing the outcome.
Wait a minute, your turn.
Cool. So Dill, you've gotten a Bardic Inspiration that'll let you add that. If you roll a dice, like an attack or something like that, and you don't like it, you could roll this d6 once to add a little bit of boost to it, right? That's that inspiration that Thorinda is giving you.
Very good. Thank you, my short friend.
Take him, take him down.
Take him down.
Take him
Love it.
down. Get her down.
All right. Now it's everyone's favorite, the goblins.
Oh no.
One of them charges in at you, Raykan. And the one you've hit with this arrow, he swings at you with his scimitar. And that is a 22 to hit. And you're going to take 6 damage. So you'll see that at 22 is an attack against your armor class. I can see here that your armor class is a 13. For most characters, armor class is made up of, I think it's the armor you're wearing, in your case, is leather, so it gives you 11. And then you also have your dexterity bonus, which is kind of how well you are at dodging out of harm's way, of a +2. So that's how you get that 13. I'm also going to put on your tokens, if I haven't already, bar 1, which is the green bar, is your HP. So that's how much health you have. So you see the little health bar above your head. And then bar 2 is the blue bar of the armor class. And so I'm just updating Rakan. So it's 13, so I can see at a glance that what your armor class is, so I can hit you.
Hit him. Hit him.
Don't do it. You do not want to.
Cool. All right, the other goblin sees you running up Thorindia and shouting obscenities. So he levels his bow at you and goes to take a shot. Now, I see that you are sort of in partial cover there. You're sort of running through the trees. So I'm going to give you a +2 to your AC for this attack.
Ooh, thank you.
Where is... Query advantage toggle. That's what I want. Cool. So in this case, he's rolled a 9. And what is your armor class?
13.
Cool. You're a heavily armored.
Oh,
dwarf.
then +2 would be the.
If it's 13
Okay.
just on the sheet, then there's probably 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
13
on the sheet
yeah.
it works it out for you.
Yeah.
Cool. So like Rakan, you're wearing sort of leather armor. and have a bit of a dexterity bonus. You're able to sort of duck behind the tree as this sort of this arrow flies past you. You notice as it kind of sticks into one of the trees behind you that this this arrow has sort of black feathers on its. What's the back of an arrow called? A quill?
Yeah,
Fletching? Fletching.
The fletching.
Fletching.
Yeah.
Fletching.
Yeah, the
you're
fletching. Yeah.
That's the one. Cool. Next up, we've got two more goblins. All right, one of them kind of sneaks forward a little bit here, and he's gonna make.
I saw them in the corner. I was wondering what they were going to do.
Yeah, he's gonna make a.
You didn't see anything, Taylor. You're baked out of your mind.
I wasn't
Um,
actually seeing them.
Tally,
Uh,
you know what?
You
Yeah.
felt them.
One of them appears to disappear.
Oh, no.
He's scared.
And one of them takes a shot, but it's a pretty long range shot. And Brath, you're pretty confident as this arrow whistles in. Does it 11 hit your AC?
11? No, AC is 18.
Okay, well, that's
Well, you're
good.
a tank.
Yeah, you're a big boy.
Big boy.
You, I assume you have a shield. You just raise that shield up, and it just
Yes.
just clonk out
Pings
the way.
off.
And it's your turn.
Okay. From where I am, have I seen this stall that they had set up, or can we not see it?
Probably
Where
not.
we
It's up on a ridge up here.
are? Okay.
Um,
Cool.
Unless Rakan kind of kicked it over when he
Yeah.
blundered through. Maybe some apples.
I did say they had loot when I charged off. They had glow sticks for the.
Fair.
Yeah, you
So
see
at this
some glow
point in
sticks,
time,
like homemade glow sticks falling down the edge of the cliff.
all right. But at this point in time, I don't technically know that it was a stall and they were selling shit. Me being the paladin here.
No,
Brad,
no.
So-
we don't know. We don't know why he.
all right. Brath seeing this kerfuffle start and the dwarf suddenly shoot out the back of the cart and run off into the forest, and this arrow coming out of nowhere from the opposite direction and flying past me, I have instantly jumped across to where Timmy is sitting on the front of the wagon and kind of save the president, him, off the side of the wagon if possible.
Okay, so what, we're going this way?
Yeah, we're going opposite. Yeah, that way. Exactly that way. Yeah. So I would like to be moving to like here and kind of crash tackling him off it,
Yeah.
or kind of keeping the shield in front of me. And
Ooh,
There's
that's
the ox.
cool.
So I'm just getting an oxen. Please continue. There we go.
So yes, that's what we are doing here, and that's hopefully where we are going to end up.
I squawk in desperation.
Yeah. I'm just.
I hear my fine feathered friend in distress.
But, so you've got a 80-kilo guy in full armor just crash tackling you.
Crash tackling a bird.
Yeah, off the front of this wagon.
Crash tackling a creature with hollow bones.
Yeah. DM's probably gonna make you roll fucking attack on him.
I've stabbed him in the face.
This is a perfect time to learn how the rules for shove work. So shove is a special melee attack that you can make instead of like a weapon attack, right? And shoving a creature, you can either knock it prone or push it away from you, and you can sort of, as you get more attacks, you could shove multiple times. So you need to make an athletics check contested by the target's athletics or acrobatics check, and the target gets to choose the ability to use. Assuming they are gonna try and jump out of the way, or whether they're gonna be swept up in this, I guess we'll see.
It's gonna hurt me, isn't it?
All right. Well, that's my athletics check right there with a +5.
I'm doing acrobatics. So I'm +7 in that.
Well, you are a bird, so I mean.
So
Goddamn.
Paulie, you flap your wings to try and get above whatever's going
Did not
on,
work.
and
I've got shit rolls.
and in doing so, you actually make it easier for Brath to just spear tackle you. And
You raise
you
the
actually,
wings. I can really hug the waist.
he gets that lower center of mass into your gut, and just his entire chainmail body pulls you to the ground in cover here behind the cart. You're both sort of tangled up in the dust here.
I'm a grappling expert. Don't worry, I've got you covered.
Cool. Towley, the chest you're in kind of rocks a little bit. You're not sure if you're just dizzy or if if there's movement on the cart. I assume quite oblivious to everything going on, but you kind of pop the lid and are kind of like, why have we stopped? And kind of see this unfold around you.
Yep. So I'm basically seeing that one of my fellow team members is in a bit of drama, and I've got some pretty good animal handling skills, and I think I'm going to try and get on the animal and on the horse, and try and get there in order to rescue him.
Charge the horse. Charge
Sure.
the ox.
I like it.
I love
Was it
this.
the ox, sorry?
So you jump on top of the horse.
Yeah.
And give me that animal handling check.
So I have a +5 in animal handling.
You leave that poor animal alone.
So do I roll
I
it?
feel like he just wraps his whole body around its throat and goes, just fucking like makes itself a rain.
Yeah.
So is that what I do? Do I roll the dice now?
So click on the B
roll a
next
D20.
animal handling.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Cool.
perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So the horse. What does that look like? What does it look like when Towley kind of what does Towley do to
Well,
encourage the horse?
the thing is, he basically wraps himself around the neck of the horse and
Here we go.
and is able to, encourage the horse to take off
You put yourself
by
in the
grabbing her
horse's mouth like
ears
a bridle.
and moving forward, and encouraging the horse with some kind words.
I feel like
Can-
this horse is
can
going to
you-
be really dumb.
can
if
you-
it goes
can you
past
tell me
its
this
fallen
in-
brethren.
Can you tell me this in first person? What's Towley saying? I want to
Anyway.
hear this.
Wait, hold up, 1 second.
The funny thing, as I hope we are all noticing here, is the horse is still attached.
I did say I unstrapped.
Oh, you
I'm
unhooked the
did you?
the cart?
I was
Okay,
going to
sorry.
say, is
I
it
didn't
not
hear that part.
taking...
Either way is good.
Or-
I thought it was going to be hilarious.
We're falling out the bag.
I thought it was hilarious that
Well, I'm
Katara is
already
like
off.
hiding behind the cart, and then she's crouched there, and the cart just leaves.
Well, there goes that stealth check.
So you unhitched the cart. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought you were still heading. So you head up the ridge, do you, instead of?
Yeah. Sorry, I should try to.
No, that's cool. I just assumed that you'd sort of stay on the road because I'm obviously not thinking in 4 dimensions like you are.
No, that's fine.
No, he's coming to help.
You
Cleans
cruise
up
up
during your
to
own
about
way.
where Throndir is.
Thorindir Grimsbane.
Throndir.
They-
Heir to the-
Heir to the
yeah,
Grimsbane. Okay.
I was not aware that we were in Middle Elf.
I'm not sure if you. I
Amazing.
know I had this conversation with Timmy about the drinking gods rules, but we need to create a drinking rule that's like every time he says that he has to take a
Oh,
drink.
absolutely. Yeah, no, next Thursday we'll set up a drinking game for this.
Why wait till next Thursday, baby?
What do you
Don't
mean
blush, man.
next Thursday of days?
Isn't it
Okay.
called Dry July?
Hey.
Pay the toll.
So I'm going to say, Tally, you make your way most of the way there, but that's probably going to be your full action to do so, to unhook the wagon and
Yep, that's
and
fine.
get up close. Paulie, you have been tackled into the dirt. Now, this is
Right.
another great example of a way to explain another rule. When you are prone, like you have been because you've been tackled, and you've fallen out of the cart, it
Hard.
costs half your movement speed to stand up.
Okay. Well, from my point of view, all I saw when I was talking away, just not ignoring the whole fucking situation, I just see Kokoro just kind of drunkenly flop out the back of the cart, out of her bucket. So now she's pretty much stuck.
Floundering.
I heard the dwarf just kind of jump out and start like screaming, "Go get him, Ranger!" And then out of nowhere, I hear a ting from a shield being hit by an arrow, and then a fucking 80-kilo paladin, or 80-kilo armored paladin, just fucking tackling me to the ground. So that's where I'm at now. I'm pretty flustered. My hat's fallen off, and so
The hat's in the dirt.
The hat's in the dirt. I then scramble around a little bit,
Walk around.
Just walk around a little bit, get the hat, and then I fly up about 10 feet.
Love it.
That is the thanks you get for saving someone's life.
At this point, I still had no idea what's happening. And after flying in about 10 feet up in the air, I kind of assess the situation. I see that the paladin was saving my life. I thank the paladin, but I said, "Never touch my hat," as I fly up in the air.
Say it to him.
What was your name again? Sorry, Grath.
Brath.
Brath! Don't touch my hat! And then assess the situation, watch the horse go flying away, and I see the goblin up there. I choose to enter this fray, and I will attack.
Squawked is up there though, like looking around. I am yelling at him like anything to get down on the ground. There's fucking arrows.
I'll move forward a bit more so I can get in the range of it. There, and then I will attack with my bow to there.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's 80 foot for the 80 foot for the short bow range.
Yeah. So
If you miss
anything within
this,
80
then it
feet,
goes
which
into
is
my
where
bag.
you are, so you're just at that range, is
Yep.
regular. Anything beyond that range becomes
Okay, right,
disadvantage up until its
understand.
maximum range, which is I think 300 and something.
Right. Okie day. And then I just roll hit /DC, or do I do the damage one?
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Done. Boom.
Cool. It rolled it all at once, which is even better. So 22 to hit. That'll definitely hit a goblin's armor class. And are you attacking the one that is attacking Raykan?
Yes, correct.
Cool. So what does that look like as this goblin is destroyed by your arrow?
I shoot it through just over Raykan's shoulders and hit it right in the fucking head.
Yes.
What happens to the head? What happens to the head?
It plonks off. It plonks off and rolls into the glow sticks, making the glow sticks have like a kind of reddish tinge to it.
Man, you ruined our glow sticks.
We can rebuild.
Kokoro, for a moment there, you thought you'd lost the wagon, but no, it is still there protecting you. The goblins appear to have no notice that you are there. You believe you're very well hidden and could easily sort of sneak around the edges of this battlefield if you wanted to, or you could just pop a squat and just wait to see how this plays out.
Or if you're Timmy, pop a squawk.
Bird jokes.
Grath, yeah.
Can I give inspiration to Brath?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brath
So
finds inspiration in many things, so yes.
what does that
Your
look
mermaid.
like?
You didn't.
How are you giving him inspiration?
Yeah. How are you giving him inspiration?
Huh?
How are you giving him inspiration?
What do you mean?
So, what are you going to say to him to inspire the paladin? Or you can flash him your old grandma mermaid titties.
Like,
Chug a beer in his.
is this an aerial situation where like you have some kind of cool song, like a whole new world? I don't know.
Do you want to sing something?
No, I definitely don't want to.
Shining, shimmering,
Yell words of encouragement
splendid.
drunkenly.
Just fucking
Chug a beer to his
fight,
gods.
paladin.
Yeah. Take my fucking inspiration and fight.
There you go.
All right, look.
So you yell at Brath something along the lines of like, "Rub some dirt on it, piece of shit, get up." And
Yeah.
Brath, you're
Brath
inspired.
feels-
Lie on the floor,
on the
just fucking
battlefield.
drunk. Where's my bucket?
Brath feels at home with this kind of battlefield gutter talk. He feels suitably inspired.
Excellent. And so you'll notice as well that Bardic Inspiration is obviously one of the resources you have. It has, I think, that you regenerate them at the end of a long rest, but we'll get to that
Yeah,
when
you
it
have
comes.
two
You get
charges, I think,
three of
level
them.
one.
3.
Two.
You have as many charges as you have charisma modifier, so one of you is more charismatic, one of you is a
Yeah, she
better
has 3.
bard. Oh, awkward.
You're the better bard.
Yeah, that's totally.
But is she the better dwarf?
Oh, yes.
Somehow, yes.
Also, yes.
Also, yeah.
Raykan, you're on, I believe, 6 health at the moment, aren't you? Do we have a Dylan?
Beer butts.
Huh? What?
You got hit.
Push up.
You got hit earlier for 6, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So I've just put you on 6 health. It is your turn, my friend.
All right. I choose
Life.
To
Death.
I choose.
Pikachu. Oh wait. Shit. I forgot to. Here we go. I forgot to start this at the start of the battle. Please forgive me.
Oh no.
Good. He's playing the Pokemon music.
How do I do my move? I choose to run away. Brave Sir Robin bravely ran away. So what? I can go 30, yeah?
Yeah, so you can go 30, or you can
Use an action for 60.
Yeah, you can use your dash action to turn it into 60.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that. 10, 20. Actually, I'm just going to 30, 45. I fall back to behind Tholondir Grimsbane and allow the dwarf to take the charge.
No.
You should
And I
be
say
happy.
something
Grom.
along the lines of, dwarf, get in there. Give him a nice smack on the bottom.
No, you got to reach down for that though, because you're like 6'20".
I'm 6'4". He's what? 4 foot what?
4'5".
Something.
4'5".
Yeah, I can reach, sort of. I give him a nice tap on the lower middle back section.
And then you fall over and you're prone because of trying to reach down so low.
You smack him
While
on the back
running-
of the head. is
While
what-
running at a full sprint.
I give him a pat on top of his feather. Get in there, dwarf.
This 6'4" ranger barbarian punches him in the back of the head.
And all we hear is
Dead.
And it is Thorindir's turn.
Just in and out of the combat, there, Ranger. I see the towel's more of a man, but I see you still had a swipe at the old one with your bow. Now let's see how dwarves take charge. I do my movement. Give me 1 second. I got to roll. Okay. I'll just go 11 feet behind Tally Boy. And then I will. Okay, what's the range of this? 1 second. I should know this. Yeah, 60 feet. So I'll definitely I cast my spell. I'll put it in my spell slot. Sorry. Dissonant Whisper. Hold on 1 second. So essentially, you just start seeing Thorindir whisper these ones, like in Lord of the Rings, we're like, the old whispery spells. Back in and hold
summons
on,
them
I'll
off.
bring that up.
So you should be able to, I believe, if you click the spell in D&D Beyond, you can.
Yeah,
it'll put it in the chat here. But yeah, Dissonant Whispers is.
Yeah. It's 3d6, but hold on 1 second.
And also, they have to make so instead of you attacking, like most of these weapon attacks we've seen, is you have to hit their armor class. The difference with this spell and a lot of spells is it's actually up to the creature to resist it. So in this case, the creature, I believe, needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, if that's correct.
Yeah, correct.
So I'll cast this in just so people can see
What?
it.
Yeah, he can. Yes, you can.
So you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. The target must make a Wisdom saving throw. I'll be honest with you, it's not the best thing. Whisper toggle. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys just see my rolls so you can see where it's at. Wisdom. Oh, that didn't work. Public? Normal. Did that come up on your screen? I don't think so. No, whatever. He rolled an 8, which I assume does not beat your spell save DC. You should be able to see that to be a spells section of your sheet.
Spell save DC, so save DC is 12.
12, yeah. So he fails, which means you do all of that damage.
Mhm.
3d6. So I need you to roll 3d6
3d6.
psychic damage for me,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Ow! Poor
Fuck up his
goblin.
mind.
14 damage.
Just throw pingers in his mouth. That's basically what you're doing.
No, his fucking brain explodes, bro.
So yeah, he turns to run, hearing this like cacophony of whispers and chattering in his mind. But you see sort of this grey blood oozing out his ears as he just collapses to the ground, and falls down the side of this ravine and slumps onto the dirt.
Sucked in, nerd.
Ha! Now that's one for a Grimsbane fortune. As I slowly see the horse and give a cheeky shaka to Tally.
Shaka, bro.
Yeah,
All right. It is the Gerblin's turn. They're not super stoked about, you killing two of their friends. One of them angles a little bit closer. Where's he going to go?
I
Here?
can no longer see him. Oh, there he.
The other one went invisible.
Oh yes, good.
Or
point.
stealth ed.
Oh shit.
This one though, he sees this this floating bird man up in the sky.
Attorney at law.
And I believe it
Harvey
is
Birdman.
outside his regular range, so he's going to be at a disadvantage here.
Good.
So assume a 6 will not hit your armor class as an arrow
No.
whistles past you.
I am 14.
For
14
Raph,
AC. Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm worried
Oh.
about that.
Brath, picking himself up from the ground, sees what's his name? Raykan sprint out of the forest, breaking down everything around him. And Brath just shakes his head. This is the worst ranger he has ever seen.
Cool, just
This
you wait.
man has obviously never served in military or has no training. He's just shocked. He looks up, still yelling at Polly here. Is what he's going to go with from now on.
Polly, yeah, Polly.
Still, no, it's Polly. It's Polly.
No, it was the male
Yelling at
version.
him to get down. He sees this arrow fly past him again. So he runs, jumps, and crash tackles him to the ground, yelling at him the whole way about.
No,
the
no,
fucking
I'm
arrow.
10 feet up.
Can I try and jump and grab a leg?
sure.
Here we
These
go.
people don't stay down. We are under fire.
So what's great about D&D is it's got rules for everything. There is a
Yeah,
jump
indeed.
speed. Or there's a jump height. So a high jump, you can make a high jump. You leap into the air, a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before you jump. So a standing high jump, half that distance. So what's your strength modifier?
Is +3.
He's gonna get me.
Plus 3. So your normal high jump's like 6 feet high, but
Yep.
a clever paladin might jump up on the caravan to get that
And
extra.
jump up.
I said that he was a clever paladin.
Oh, look, I am trained in war and athletics. This is
So give me-
what
give me-
I know.
Give me that sweet athletics check to see how good this is.
So athletics are +5, so we'll roll one of them.
You rolled 2, mate.
Yeah, no, it rolls 2. I don't know why. Take the top one though.
I'll take the
Oh,
first
is
one,
one,
yeah.
is one with the other one with advantage or?
No, they're both the exact same. I don't know why.
I think it's just sometimes the
Yeah.
chrome
There's
thing just
there's
double
an
clicks or something.
option. There's an option, in the thing to do a normal roll. So if you click the extension, roll type, click normal roll.
Extension. Yeah, it's on normal roll. That's what it is.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, strange. That's fine.
Have you got 2 D&D Beyonds open in your browser?
I mean, a 12 is pretty good.
Just
I think you grab like a talon. You don't get quite on the haunch.
That's fair.
But I think you're sort of dangling off, and you're the added weight on Paul is kind of bringing him to the ground slowly.
I have a very strong grip. I have a grappling pin in that, so like I'm not letting go.
Cool, Paulie. You're being slowly brought to the ground despite your.
This whole time I'm yelling at him to get down, stay
out of a
low,
beating.
stay unseen, stay low.
Oh, it's Towie's
tell
turn
him,
first.
tell him,
Okay.
tell him.
Okay.
I
I can handle this.
missed what happened to D-Bart's character. What happened there?
He ran away.
ran away.
We deleted him
Okay,
from the
yeah.
game.
I bravely ran away.
Cowards are
My
exploded.
bad.
This is we're playing
So-
suicide. We're playing what is it? Suicide Squad rules. If you run away, your head explodes.
The head explodes.
Excuse me.
So, having
not-
just gotten out of my storage container onto my horse and seeing D-Barts run away in fear, I
Bravely.
exhale in a sigh of relief and large cloud smoke,
Oh,
and decide to turn around
Not
and
going to
head
reply to
back.
my shocker.
Oh, sorry, mate. Give you a shocker, bruh. Back at ya. Turn around and head back towards the caravan.
tell me, yeah. So tell me about these clouds. Give me some adjectives about how cotton these clouds are.
Sorry, what was that? You're cutting in now.
How mad them clouds are, bro.
How mad
Tell
the-
him.
How
They're,
dank are those
they're
clouds?
like fucking
On a scale of 1 to
mad fucking rings. You've
Fat
got it
cloud.
all.
With a
They're
PH.
just yeah.
With 4 Cs.
You actually wrote out dank in smoke clouds.
No, I just think he exhaled a shaka bra, is what happened. He didn't even do it himself, just the smoke itself.
I think if anything, like Towley being made of fabric would be able to blow mad cotton. Like
Yeah,
that just
fuck
makes
yeah.
sense.
Absolutely.
I would say he is woven out of mad cotton.
Mad God. Mad God.
So in game terms, can we? What's Towley up to right now?
He's basically just turning around and heading back towards the caravan for cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, look at this towel. What a coward.
Well, he's not dumb. He sees that there's, arrows flying around and, people are kind of a little bit
This is a
clueless as to
dangerous way
what's
to be.
going on, and I'm kind of in danger. I'm a towel. I break easy.
He started to freak out.
Paulie,
Get out, man.
you've got a brath on your toe.
Hang it on me.
Um,
Right,
yeah.
okay. So, Paulie fondly remembers moments just like this, back when he was on the pirate ship with the giants, and the giant would chase him around. The only thing that ever got the giant to let go of him was for Paulie to drop his pantaloons and shit on said giant. So, he remembers these beautiful times and does just that. Drops his trousers and starts to take a massive shit on the paladin's head.
So,
Trying to save your life.
Paulie just opens up his cloaca and
It just happens.
Just let loose.
Just a natural instinct.
now does Paulie wear like so he's got pantaloons. Are we looking at like
Yeah, I'm dropping the
harem
pantaloons.
pants? Because like are they tied
Like,
around
they're
the
kind of like
ankles?
loose. They're loose pirate pants. You know those
Like
really
harem
comfy.
pants.
Yeah. Well, those little hippie pants. You know.
Yeah, good. So you probably don't. I mean, you might not even need to drop them. Just like let one slide
Shit
through
through 'em.
a pant leg. Yeah.
Straight down the leg.
Shitting through the eye of a needle.
So what I would like you to do for me is give me a
Yes.
ranged attack roll to see how accurate
A
this is.
ranged attack roll. Okay.
So this would be like you're making a short bow attack, really.
Like a bird just taking a
Oh,
shit
it's
on.
Oh my god!
It is
Oh
good.
my god!
Well,
I know your armor class is pretty good, Brath, but it ain't that
18.
fucking good.
It ain't that. It ain't that.
Well, because technically birds don't process because they shit and wee at the same hole.
What
So
shoots
it's
out?
it shoots out, but it's also liquid, so it goes into the armor.
Do you not?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So I mean that's an incredible roll, Paulie. Where's that going? Is that going in an eye? Is that going on the helmet?
That's
Is
going.
it, is it
That's
going
going right.
down the?
That's going right in his loud paladin mouth.
Oh, no.
oh no.
Really I'd say that. Love it. All right. I'm gonna say that probably frees you from his grasp.
Yeah, good. All right.
Not many things
as
can.
he
but that
drops down with shit drooling out of his mouth, I just kind of mumble to myself, say, "Well, some people think it's lucky."
I'm still trying through a shit-filled mouth. I'm still trying to yell at you that fucking get down.
I want to intimidate the goblin there.
Sure.
And basically say, "You see what we did to your friends? How about you just stop and drop those weapons?"
You see what I did to my own teammate?
Yeah.
I shat in his mouth.
I think I've
Shit
got.
in his
What I'm gonna
mouth.
do to you?
Did
I
you
think I've got,
see what
um,
happened to the goblin?
I think I've got it here. What Brath
Yeah,
sounds like.
I killed one of them.
What Brath sounds like trying to tell you to get down.
Oh, gross.
Good.
That's great. That's fucking great.
Good. Yeah. Do you want me to roll intimidation?
Yes, please.
Oh, 7. Okay.
It's not great. I'm gonna.
I use my good roll on the shit mouth.
Oh fuck.
This one does seem somewhat nervous though. He definitely doesn't want to be shat on. It seems.
Doesn't want to be shot on. Yeah, that's fair.
Intimidating.
He doesn't want to look. He doesn't look like he wants to get any closer. As we go to Kokoro's turn, and then it'll be Rakan.
Hey, I'm back. Almost.
Yeah, 1 second.
Anna.
Yeah, no, I ran away. 1 second. Coming back.
Bring
There we go.
snacks.
What do you want to do? Give inspiration to someone. You want to?
Again?
It'll help.
You also,
Okay,
you also
go
see
back.
that Paulie is trying to intimidate these goblins to make them either surrender or run away.
You cut out then.
Yeah, you cut in and out a bit.
Got to adjust that noise gate.
Hello.
I think he's gone.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Hello.
No.
He's fixing up the noise
He's
thing.
fixing
Yeah.
his audio.
By the way, I'm very happy with my round then. Shitting in your mouth, Callum, and then intimidating them.
You know,
Trying
we work as
to
a team,
save you idiots is a full-time job.
Shitting in your mouth is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Oh. So basically, you're trying to intimidate the goblin to tell him to fuck off.
Yes. Yes, I would.
Back off, dickhead.
Yeah, literally say
That's
that.
literally fuck off.
Or
dickhead,
yep.
What do I do? Do I have to
Yep.
roll this?
Yeah, you'll roll intimidation. Is that yeah? She does that. She does do that. Yes. Uh, 16. I know.
That's intimidating.
Shit.
She. That's why I keep her around. She just screams at things when I shit in people's mouths.
Was a siren song that stung the ears.
And this is also while I'm playing the bagpipes really well.
Yeah, she's playing the bagpipes now.
Oh, you got bagpipes too because you mad duets.
Fuck yeah, what else do you have?
Dueling bagpipes.
I
that's
have
what
my
you
main dulcimer and also drums.
We have.
Oh, we got a band.
We're getting the band back together.
Let's go.
Woo!
Away or to us?
Yeah, wait, which
Run away.
direction?
Okay, so yeah, cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh, so the goblins are fleeing. I see. I mean, I did hit one of them. I wish to fire an arrow at the lowermost goblin that is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yep.
So I am going to attack him with my longbow.
The longest of bows.
Yes, the longest of bows. I shall use a. Ooh, I will use this. There we go. That was my roll.
That's pretty good. So 15 is definitely going to hit.
Also, can I had that inspiration, didn't I?
Yeah, but that the inspiration gets to add to your attack roll, so that it can increase your chance to hit.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you now, a 15 will hit a goblin.
Okay.
So despite him having sort of leather armor and being quite nimble, he doesn't seem to be paying attention as he scrambles up this escarpment, and an arrow just boom into the side of his neck. That 10 piercing damage, bringing him low. The momentum carries him somewhat up the cliff, and then he just slides down sadly.
Ah, yes. What do you think of that, dwarf? I yell to Thoradin.
Thoradin, Grimsbane.
Yes, I'm.
Yeah, to the
going with what I
Grimsbane.
Everybody drink, lads. I said it.
I'm going with what I said. What
Is that
do
the
you
end of your
think
turn?
Yeah, that's probably the end of his turn. Grimsbane, you're up. Time to earn that fortune.
Well, Ranger, surely your mistake of tackling a traveling merchant band of goblins. We should at least finish the last one off. Let me just intercept and try and finish it off so we don't get fucked later on in this storyline. So I'm just measuring my movement. Shit. Should have done this before. Okay, now take this, you dreary elf. And I do cast in my last Dissonant Whisper at Goblin.
At Old Mate Goblin?
Yeah.
Why are you shouting at me?
He rolls a 10, which I believe fails.
Fails. And is D6, which was 3D6, yeah. One second. Yeah.
So this goblin's running